Okay, security meeting come to order. I've got sign-ins, everybody signed in on the sign-in sheet. Okay, we have, a quorum. You've got a copy, all got a copy of the minutes. You want to take a quick look at them for any corrections or addition? Let's see, usually at this point, usually have PBSO give their report, but seeing how they're not here, we'll just skip over them and go on to, Platinum. We'll let Daniel start off with his report.
All righty, good afternoon to all. Good afternoon. Wolfers responded to 130 incidents and the gatehouses confiscated 22 expired passes and 3 resident passes. 1 using the barcode lane without a barcode, and 2 guests attempting to use resident passes to enter. Everything else is in the report. The usual.
Okay. Anybody have any questions or comments to make on those?
Thank you for doing a great job.
Glass containers on the floor. Am I talking to the wrong? That'd be-
Lieutenant Molak got called on a call, so he's gonna be late.
Okay. Tom will be here, waiting with patience. Okay, then are any more comments on Daniel's report? We'll go on with the WPRF report. Larry, Lawrence?
Yes, sir, thank you. We had 86 total ID violations. There were 3 confiscations, all 3 were someone else using a resident ID. Excuse me, and then we had 11 expired ID confiscations.
I don't know. Well, I don't know that they must not understand what expired means. I'm thinking of putting the definition in the next issue of the reporter.
It's like the people.
What don't you understand?
They don't.
Be careful with the use of the term expired here in our community.
And the thing is that everything else is contained in the report. Thank you.
Okay, now I can question you.
Yes, sir.
Glass containers. Were they by chance alcohol?
Yes, we were confiscated, glass containers, which they're allowed to have, they have to have not glass, they're allowed to have alcohol under the cannabis. But because it was glass, we had to take it. But you can't have any bottles at all, any glass in the cooler.
Something that should be put on. To keep the glass containers out of the pool area.
It probably says it right on the sign.
It probably does, but they don't pay attention.
They don't read. They don't read signs anyway. You could put a big sign in front and they wouldn't read it. It's only when security says you can't do that. And then they say, where does it say that?
Yeah.
And they point.
When it comes to signs, we have the most illiterate people in the world. Okay.
All right, John, what's next?
All right, we're waiting, we're looking for a COP report.
No COP.
Al ain't here, maybe Dennis is. Got anything to do with this?
Dennis is not a COP.
Oh, I don't know, I said Al isn't here.
May I?
Maybe Louisa can give us.
This morning when I was at hi, my name is Luisa Salazar and I'm the new COP. And I'm very happy to let you know, I'm very happy to volunteer. And I wish I can volunteer more time, I see, because I'm a yoga instructor and I had to do yoga too. So very well, this morning, Captain Flodney said that we probably are going to have maybe about 7 new volunteers that they're interviewing, then they had to do the training. So it's a great news.
Okay, good, thank you.
Excellent, thank you.
Yeah, an addition of 7 people would be a big plus.
Yeah, he's at a meeting. Being sworn in for some kind of an office.
Very nice.
Under old business, anybody got anything under old business?
Yeah, I do. The charger for our new electric vehicles is in transit, been shipped. It'll probably be installed late this week or early next week. I understand that the cars are ready to go.
We're still waiting to get the details.
So it's a going thing, and I think it's a big improvement.
Where's that gonna be installed?
Where is it gonna be
Yeah.
installed? On the back wall of our building.
So the guy be parked in the driveway when he's being charged up.
The plan is for the chargings to happen overnight. Those cars will be inactive overnight, and the RAV or the Escape,
Right,
the gas vehicle will be the overnight rover.
okay.
So that's a good thing.
Will the outside people be able to use it
No,
inside?
this is just for
Just
security,
for security.
and that's it.
Yeah, it's not gonna be on the informational map on.
Oh, I understand, no, I
No, it's
understand
not,
that.
it won't be a public charging
No,
station.
it won't be for public.
No.
And we have a couple of ideas of how to secure the charging station,
Yeah.
but
Called OFF switch.
yeah.
Think about that for a minute.
Yeah.
I hate to get too technical about it.
That's about as technical as we need. And that's all I got, guys. Thank you.
Glad to help out. Any other old business? Well, there's some come sneaking in the door. What do you got?
Pastor told me I can get it. Oh, I didn't know you back. I'm sorry. He told me I could interrupt. I'm sorry.
Okay, that's all
I
right.
just want to bring something up today.
Huh?
We just had someone who's a unit owner get her boyfriend a temporary ID, yellow stripe.
Huh?
And she brought his ID down so he could get a barcode for his car
With a temporary
with a
ID?
temporary ID. And we told her, first of all, it has to be in his name or your name. You can't have it. And his ID expires in 5 days, 6 days. She goes, well, I thought I could use his car as long as he has an ID. I just thought you
So
would like
she
that.
doesn't have a car.
No
Right,
barcode.
he has no car, it belongs to him, but then he's not on the deed and he's not.
None for you.
I have to say our security is wonderful. They've done an
Yes.
excellent
Yes.
job. They go above and beyond. I've seen from the people around here, how they act and what they do. Kudos to all of you. It's a difficult position. I don't think people realize. They think it's just taking the past and looking at it. Very abusive around here, very abusive. I'm embarrassed that I actually saw it take that embarrassment to have someone like that here.
Thanks for reminding me of abusive and inappropriate people. I should have reported this earlier. Most of you know about the incident where an occupant in the Hastings section tore off the gate arm with his bare hands rather than show his ID card and used
Foul language.
foul language and vile hate speech.
Yes.
Just to let everyone know, those charges have been sent to the state attorney's office. And it'll take a couple of weeks, but almost certainly charges are in the works for this fellow.
Needs to be. Bill needs.
We're also gonna go after him, we're gonna go after the owner of that unit for the repairs, for the damages. So,
That was a horrible, just
Yes, it was
horrifying.
horrible.
I mean,
well, you know, the
Yeah,
big community and
I think the residents need to realize in order to garner any respect, they gotta show a little bit of respect. And
Now, that's
a lot of times they run into situations where they're not
I
very,
have to say, after reviewing the video, the guards acted as professionally as they possibly could under very
absolutely,
yeah.
very difficult to under
That's
great
right.
rush.
unbelievable.
And the best move I saw in the whole incident was the guard just going and bolted that door. But you don't know.
Yeah, you know.
Yeah.
He could go in there and brain them, you know,
Yeah.
you shut that door, throw that lock.
Right.
You can't ingrain that training enough.
Are those windows bulletproof?
They're not bulletproof.
They're not, I'm just saying.
They're hurricane proof, but.
Yeah, but that just.
Okay. Wait, Jim, did you have something?
No.
Okay, Bob, what do you got?
I want to commend the sheriff's department. All these tickets that they
Yeah.
put out. All right, I think it's about time that something like this happened. And if you got a ticket, you deserve it.
That's right.
That reminds me, I gotta
Yes,
pay my
Donna,
ticket.
you deserve it.
You deserve it.
I didn't,
Now, and you don't mind me asking, how much is your ticket?
$166.
Okay, you figure
And that's
$166 for every one of these tickets, most likely.
That's why I like to
All right.
sit next to you. You should know
As
better.
far as I'm concerned, these boys can go out and have dinner on us.
A speeding ticket is 265
Well,
in here.
Wow.
265?
when he gave his report this morning, they said it had 180 some tickets and 180 some warnings, but the thing that stood out to me the most is that whenever they stop somebody, they call in their license plate number.
Yeah.
And
They have-
depending on their attitude, whether they get a ticket or not.
Right.
Yeah.
And so the second time, whenever they plug in their number, it automatically comes up that they've been stopped before. And that automatically goes to you get a ticket.
Yeah, they don't have a choice the second time
They say,
around.
they say,
I
you
could be in
want-
Jacksonville tomorrow, and if I get pulled over, they cannot give me a warning, they have to give me.
right, so that's what I'm saying. So these people think that they can get along with that. It don't work. They don't realize the traffic laws is one is you're not supposed to cross a double yellow line. And the whole ring has got a double yellow line around it. So that means you don't pass any cars anywhere along the road. And they don't pay attention to that. It's like one guy said he was getting ready to turn in. I'm assuming he was turning left to cross the traffic and the guy just zoomed around him before he could even turn. And he was, automatically in the wrong. Crossing the double yellow line, plus I'm assuming he'd be speeding at that particular point. So,
Well, there's a couple of cars right around 12:30 at night when I'm going to bed, like they're dragging this thing down the road. You know what's that? I have yet to get the card. I know they're both blue, but I have yet to get the plate because they're going too fast.
but see if you can pick you up a couple stock picks,
In here? You're doing that in here?
Yeah, in here.
In here, yeah.
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 It's like they have a drag race going on.
Personally, I think these reports, they should put.
Another is the rolling stop or four-way stop. That don't. There's a couple times I've been coming from the clubhouse, be making a left-hand turn. And the car coming in, don't even slow down, right on around the corner.
Oh, yeah, that corner's up
And
there.
and giving these guys tickets, making them pay is well worth the trouble. I think they ought to double it up. Every time they get a ticket, the next one's double. And the next one add another one on top of it. Just keep bunching it up.
Yep. hit 'em where it
They'll
belongs.
soon get the idea.
When their car gets taken on.
Just
Okay.
come in here now, the four-way stop. 2 trucks, pickup trucks, right through it, yeah,
Uh-huh.
right
don't
through
care.
four-way stop, they didn't even stop, they just like.
Did they have a vendor's name on the side?
Plain,
Okay, well, I'm saying if you see a vendor, then we can send them a note.
yeah,
Your people aren't obeying our traffic. How about getting on them a little bit? But pickups, you gotta,
they're going straight on.
yeah, but in order for the officer to do anything, they gotta see them. They can't take my word for it.
What's amazing to me is all these tickets that are being given, and they're still speeding, they're still
Yeah,
going through stop.
you gotta remember, they only wrote 300 tickets, and you got more than 1,000 cars in here, so
What I miss?
nobody's paying attention, so.
Talking about people.
We got a third of them got the message.
That's me.
The other 2/3 are gonna get it if they don't slow down. And I'm hoping the ones that got a ticket will be confident enough that, hey, I got a ticket, it cost me $160, the rest of them will pay attention. Say, hey, I can't afford it. It's like when I'm driving, the wife, she keeps saying, those other folks can afford them tickets, let them drive. As well, I can't afford them.
Well, you can look at the people on the road when they drive through a school zone at 40 miles an hour. That ticket is $1,000.
Is it?
Absolutely. And it could be, depending on how bad it is, it could be jail for 30
Yeah,
days.
we,
So you just gotta think about it.
school zone is one thing, but we've got 25 mile an hour is our top
I know,
speed.
well, 20 miles off the school zone.
I know it's 20 mile an hour for school zone, but so anything over
You don't have any
25, you're speeding. I don't
You're
care
right,
where
the
you're
school,
at.
I know, but I'm just saying, if they can run a school zone with the big signs in yellow, this is just.
Usually you got enough people that obey it, that you can't speed because you can't get a park it, because I've come across the school zone, not knowing it was school, when I first moved down here. Not knowing it was a school zone, and all of a sudden the traffic's down, almost stopped, and what's going on here, and then I see a sign, school zone 20 mile an hour. I said, oh, that works good, there, people are obeying it anyway. So we got anything else on, old business? I guess that was old business, new business. We'll go to new business. Anything coming up? Anybody got any wild ideas they wanna try?
Yeah, I wanna bring up again the flashing stop signs. We really need those.
I don't think
I'd
that,
Oh, you mean like a,
I'd like to see
They
the
blink.
flashing stop signs put in.
like a blinking
Yeah,
red light?
Yeah, the
Yeah.
blinking stop signs, and they're solar powered, so. You know, it's not gonna cost us as far as electricity, but it'll cost.
I mean, Bob, if you wanted to make a motion in
I
this
say we can,
I'd like to
you
make a
can do
motion.
it, but from here, I'd say the next stop for that would be the infrastructure committee,
Mhm.
and then up the line from there.
Okay, well, I
If
make a
we
motion
can-
that we purchase stops, illuminated stop signs
Hold on a second.
for the main road.
I was thinking of pedestrians, crosswalks.
we got illuminated flashing stop signs,
Yes. Solar powered.
okay,
You go over to the west coast.
then a
St.
second,
Pete, St. Pete and that, and the stop, and the streets, walking sign, pedestrians, whole thing lights up. And you know it's a pedestrian stop, but that's gonna cost money, you know.
And just to let everybody know, $1,000 per.
Stop signs?
yeah. Mhm.
Okay. I think that's
How many,
reasonable.
how
That's
many do you think
reasonable.
you need?
You're gonna need 2, 4, right?
Who would decide that would be a engineer?
Right.
Anything to do with stop
Exactly.
signs, we don't take them away, we don't add, we don't alter. So engineering work, there's a lot of liability and the manuals involved.
so then we're looking at, for the motion, solar power, flashing stop signs for engineering.
Engineering's
Works for
expensive.
me.
Well,
I mean, you guys are basically gonna vote on a concept.
I realize that, but somebody wanted a number, it sounded like,
I wouldn't put any particular number in.
no. Well, whatever the engineers recommend, the Department of Transportation comes up with they've got all their requirements.
Right, there's very likely new land, because this is a relatively new thing. There's probably something in the manual of uniform traffic control devices that says where you can put them, where you can put them, and
Let's hope old people like me who have eye problems don't think it's flashing in their
I
eye.
mean, if you just, you know, even adding a stop sign, I catch this all the time. You should put a stop sign in it. No, I don't get to do that. That's
You
way
don't.
above my, that's a, you can be causing more problems with a stop sign than.
Okay, we got the motion in a second. I'll let my secretary go ahead and continue it.
Ah.
The secretary.
The volunteer.
Okay, I wasn't here, so I don't know what the motion is.
I just voted this. Right on for it.
Your handwriting is horrible.
You just got fired.
Hey, I was holding this hand so it didn't shake too bad when I was writing it. Okay, the motion is solar power flashing stop signs for engineering,
Engineering on,
the main roads.
There's also an A
There's only
on your way out of Haverhill. You stop before you get.
two four-way stops,
Stop sign there, it makes it easy.
Spend money like-
whatever. We'll let the engineers figure it out.
yes. Yeah.
Okay, motion by Bob. Second by
Oh,
Dennis.
change it to me.
Okay. We ready to vote on this? Joanne,
Abstain.
okay, Bob Rivera,
Did you
Yes, sir.
read it? Did you read it?
I wasn't here, so I'm abstaining.
No, I know. What is?
Patricia,
Oh,
We have Patricia.
She's
we'll
thinking,
just,
I'm thinking, can you come back to me? I'm thinking about the
Sure.
cost and everything.
Foster's not here, Stuart not here, Dominic, Ed, okay. I'll say yes, myself, Daniel, don't get a count, George Franklin ain't here, Al Goodman. Mike Raber,
Yes.
okay, Maureen,
yes.
Dennis.
yes,
David Boaz,
No.
no PPS over here. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 yes, 1 abstain, 1 no. So this will go on to the, bid
Infrastructure Committee.
and infrastructure committee.
Bob, since you brought the motion, we'll leave it to you to bring it and bring the motion again to the bids infrastructure. All right?
Why'd you have that picture? Even though it's sloppy handwriting. That's why when I was doing the secretary's job myself, I would immediately after a meeting transcribe it and put it on a computer and print it out, so we didn't have those problems with my crummy handwriting. But we can't find anybody that's really good at their calligraphy to take the job, except Joanne. Yeah, she recorded it and we put everything on video and she goes back and watches it, corrects me. Okay, we got anything else there? Let me see what I got next. Good to the order. I guess we're done with new business.
Let's see.
Good to the order. Good suggestions. Let me remind everybody that we are approaching a new hurricane season. And we're gonna have people that's gonna be leaving town, going back north, make sure they get the preparations made. Secure their porches, get stuff put away, all their would-be torpedoes that be flying around. And make it where the people that are staying don't have to work their rear ends off to secure things. And make sure their apartments are ready, make sure they have somebody to check on their apartments every couple of weeks while they're gone. According to what I think the insurance says, has to be checked on at least once every 2 weeks for the insurance to stay in good standing. So if there happens to be a water leak or something, it don't sit there and grow mold forever. Somebody will see it and take care of it. So then also along the same time is start getting your rations for your next hurricane season. Because I know the last time I was grocery shopping, there's less and less stuff on the shelves every time I go in. So it wouldn't hurt to start a little bit early to make sure you have stuff. So, because once there's a hurricane on the horizon, all I gotta say is we're in the cone. The next 12 hours it's just like a madhouse. After that,
toilet paper disappears.
yeah, toilet paper's gone. Then there's nothing left, so get it now while the getting's good. And if some of your neighbors, I know, have had them say that they couldn't carry the water because it's too heavy, a case of it. Offer them a hand. I suggest them, well, don't buy a whole, just buy half as many, whatever, get a few at a time. I said, worst comes to worst, you can always call a water company. We got several of them, Zephyr Hills, and some that deliver water here in the village. They come every day or 2 days, whatever. They'll bring it right up to the house, bring it in the house for you. It's not a problem. Wait, just about anything you need or want, you can make a phone call or use your computer and get it delivered. So there's really no excuse not to have it. Just got to put out a little bit of effort. Anything else? Looking for a motion.
Motion to adjourn.
Second.
I got three motions in 1 second. Okay, thank you. Adjourn.